Hi, my name is Joe, and this is my utopia. Today I'm going to take you along. I have some cucumbers to plant because they're kind of taking over my greenhouse. So I'll show you how I plant them. What I'm planting right now is the tiny baby cucumbers, because obviously you can see my tray is overtaken by them. Just try to pop these out and you'll see I have 3 in here, so I'm going to try to split those up delicately and try to put it along my trellis on the bottom here and there. And I'm going to cover it up pretty far just so it can have a better root system. Just kind of delicately brush the dirt out. Flies. I can even see I have a seed in here that didn't germinate. You don't want to pull on them because that'll break the roots. You just kind of want to tease them out. There we go. Got 3 full root systems there. I'm going to just place them down for now until I get through all of them. And then the idea is they'll trellis up this, which is a cattle panel, thanks to Roots and Refuge. It's my favorite kind of trellis ever. And what it'll do is it'll kind of trellis up with the vining that it does, hang down. It keeps all the fruit really, or the vegetable really clean and not so much dirt. And hopefully not so much bug pressure, but this is my first garden that I've actually fully stuck with so far to get to this point. So a lot of it's learning for me. There's another one. There we go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and you guys can just chill and watch. You wanna make sure when you're pulling them out though, that you don't get them tangled up. And don't pull too hard on the plant itself. It should just lightly come up out of these little pods. Now, I did start all these from seed. Probably insert a few pictures. They came up so quick. I had a greenhouse inside my house, which I know my husband absolutely loved. That's sarcasm if you can't tell. And it was in the kitchen, which you'll also see pictures of. Put somewhere on the screen. And although he didn't love it, did get some good starts from seeds that I've had for years, so I'm happy. Again, I'm just fairly lightly pinching it like this, and the dirt's just kind of falling. Shake a little, and they come right apart. Okay, now that I've gotten them all down to their roots, I'm going to go ahead and bury them. We previously rototilled this area on both sides. I have pretty solid, well, it's not clay, but it used to be farmland, but it is what it is now. So we're going to see how good it does. I mean, it used to grow corn, so hopefully it can grow some cucumbers. Oh, it's definitely hot out today. I'm getting some sun and some sweat. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the plants that I got left, and I'll show you at the end, and then we'll go from there. Thanks. All right, they're all planted. As you can see, we'll walk inside the trellis, all up along the line, a little bit there, some over there, a few there. They're very close together because honestly, I don't expect a lot of them to live. Even if only one pickle makes it from this cucumber plant, I will be immensely happy, because that means I've succeeded at something. All I've been able to do is keep trees and one very resilient grapevine alive, and I'm pretty sure we accidentally mowed over that grapevine last year, so it's doing good. But even if I keep one thing alive, I get one piece of vegetable or something, I will be super happy, because it means I at least did something. That's what I keep telling my husband. It's like small growths, you know, because I've had this garden for 3 years and only now actually planted anything besides a tree. But it's all about motivation. I'm trying very hard this year to produce and, you know, just get it going. My father-in-law is here and he's helped me and Justin a lot, and it has been a big help because it is a lot of stuff to get started. Especially this being like, I mean, I'm fine with saying I'm a first-time gardener. The most I've done is like a little bit at a condo in the front. I grew a few tomatoes and some cilantro, and that worked out good. But ready for more, basically. And been studying really hard, so I think I can do this. And with the help of all the homesteaders on YouTube, I can list the ones that I watch on the regular that have taught me so much. And the cattle panels, as I've said, like you can see it right here in the background, those are 100% from Roots and Refuge is where I learned that, and I've loved them ever since. I've had them in my front yard for 3 years, and we just got them up today. So, well, not my front yard, like my side yard, but either way, it's been an eyesore, and I was finally like, Ray was like, all right, let's just go do it. And I was like, all right, I'll stop being lazy. Let's go garden and do what we need to do, because I've had the greenhouse inside and I've really wanted to get those done. So we finally, like, the cucumbers are starting to take over, and I was like, we got to do it. We got to do something. So we got the cucumbers out. I'm extremely happy. Soon the other ones will go out, and I'll show you everything here in just a minute, but it's coming along. Feeling proud, you know, as the sun goes down behind me, looking great with my sunburned face and hair a mess and everything. But, you know, gardening isn't always pretty. It's a lot of sweat and hard work, and it's good for you. So, yeah. Welcome to my utopia. I have named it Joetopia. You know, because my name is Joe. I promise, I'm always this corny. So what I'm going to do is I am currently on my mower in my boots, looking snazzy with dirt all over me and everything. I'm going to take you around. This is about a 1/4 acre that I have for my garden designated. We currently own 11.7 acres. I'm going to go through and show you what everything is, what it was, things that I've killed, namely these. And just so you get an idea of my garden, it's more for progress for me. I'm sure not everybody's gonna love hearing about a weird little garden from some girl in Ohio. So it'll be for me because I love to garden and I would like to document it. So here we go. So right here is going to be roses. I'm gonna get some climbing roses. I'm gonna make a door. This will be the entrance to my garden, which then goes straight down my very wonky little pathways I've made. I'm gonna move that tire kind of closer and this tire over, and I'm gonna plant the like mulch and all that and put the roses in there, and then have them vine up over and then start going along the fence, because eventually this whole little garden area is gonna get fenced in. So hopefully I'll have tons and tons of roses. Over here is my 2 apple trees. She is the oldest. I've had her for 4 years now, I think she's a dwarf, I'm not sure, but she's a Gala apple tree, and we have named her Gail. This is another apple tree, starts with an M. It might say it on the sign, we can go look, but his name is Manny. Sorry for the shakiness. Nope, just says it's apple. But he's doing great. Good foliage. Got a few little bug spots, but overall, he's done good the last 2 years that we planted him. Let me turn. Here is Gail. Don't mind my bricks. I'm going to fix those soon. They were a perfect square, but I hit them with the mower. You'll see that was a lot of shit. I hit a lot of things with mowers. This one, like I said, is Gail. She's a Gala apple. She is our pride and joy. Look at how big she's gotten recently. She was completely leaning. She was in a pot for 3 years before we brought her here. So no, she was in a pot for 2 years before we brought her here. So she's almost 4 now, I think, because she was in a pot 1 year here, and then we planted her, technically on her 3rd year. Is she 5? Maybe she's 5. I don't know. This is probably the part where I should tell you I'm terrible at math, and that's why my husband does all the finances. But yeah, we've had her the longest. She's our pride and joy. We always look at her when we drive by on the road. Like, we're the last house on the street, so you drive down the road, and yeah, it's like, oh, how's Gail doing? She looks pretty today. Like, so it's always a fun thing for us. And then off to the side, you'll see a trellis here, 2 buckets, and another trellis. I haven't planned these ones yet. As I go around to the other trellises, I'll kind of tell you what I'm thinking, but I don't have anything planned for these 2 trellises. And I have an extra one I haven't put up yet. I think I'll put that in front of my greenhouse whenever that comes. That'll probably be another year. Maybe tomatoes. I was gonna try and just do straight fence, but I mean, I could try to grow them up and over. They don't trellis well, but I'll train them. I'll try. That's what Jess does. I love her, so I'm gonna try to do what she does. As you'll see here, this is a failed tree. This one was a pear, and that was another one that was a plum, and they both died. But I read online you're not supposed to put pear and plum next to each other. I thought like the 15 or so feet was good enough clearance, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, one thing you'll notice about my garden is the trees, and I did this on purpose. So apple, and then I have basically doubles of everything next to each other to hopefully pollinate each other as needed. So because of that, I have seen fruit on Gail for like the first time, and I don't know if that's just because she's actually old enough now. But and then we're also gonna get hopefully 2 more apples, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's see, and then here's my other trellis we just put up. Here is a pile of what I tried to sort of compost in a tin like 2 years ago, and that failed because it's obviously still wood chips and cardboard and shit. I did not keep it wet enough or thick enough or whatever the rules are for composting. Again, failed tree. We'll go over here because these are nicer to look at. So these are a little nicer looking. This is my cherry trees. I don't know if I named them. Might have to make a new name for them. I'm open to suggestions. Let me get a little closer for you guys. So as you can see, they're already starting to do some fruit. That's what the little green balls are. It already flowered some. Now we have had cherries on this last year. They're both dwarf cherries. But we have so many birds. We cut down a lot of our trees, but like we're literally, like, you can see them out there just playing. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're literally just there. They're everywhere. They will eat everything. So I might get a bag for them so that we can try to eat some of the cherries this year. We'll see. But they actually do pretty good. Moving on. Let's see. Let me widen my view a little bit. All right. So you'll see here, we tried our best to kind of keep it even, but you know, we're not perfect. So there is 3 trellises in the middle, one here, there, and up at the front where my roses will be. One big box, which I'm thinking about doing strawberries here because I want them up off the ground, and that's like the biggest one. And then I have 3 boxes here. Don't really have plans for them. 2 trellises, and then the exact same 2 trellises, and then we have 2 trees, 2 empty spots for trees, 2 trees, and then, like I said, entrance, 2 spots for trees. I think we just planted over there. I'll show you that, and then 2 empty spots for trees. So we basically wanted it to be like a wall of trees that will create some privacy, a little bit of shade, because this is 100% full sun area, which is fantastic, but also not great for other things that I want to grow. So for the most part, it's like gonna be beautiful. I can imagine it in my mind. You ever get where you know in your mind that it's gonna be so beautiful and you can see it and it is just like mind-blowing? I can't even, like, I can picture it like Picasso picturing a painting. I would assume, I don't know how his process is, but like in my mind I can just see everything fully grown, gonna be beautiful. I can just imagine it, and that's what keeps my heart going with this garden, even though I failed quite a lot. But you know, you learn and you grow, and literally, and we'll see how great it goes. But let's keep going. Okay, over here are my peach trees. I don't think they're the same exact variety. Usually I try to do 2 different varieties of trees for whatever it is when I get doubles. But they are peach trees. I think one's a Georgia peach and one's a different type of peach. I think the littler one is a different kind. But we had names for them. I don't remember them either. I guess we'll just have to get new names for everything. I only really remember Manny and Gail. But I had some other ones over here that were named, which let's go on over there. So over here is plum and plum. They were lime and lime and lemon, but those all straight up died because they do not like Ohio's climates. So they're more of an inside plant. But let me get up a little close. I got these at Tractor Supply. So this one looks like it is a methyl plum. And it was the only one that they had at the store that had some kind of greenage on it. So right there, some green. Figure out how to work my finger. And then I kind of weeded a little bit, but I'm gonna come out here and mulch again and put some more mulch down on top of this and make it look nicer. But this is how they're all supposed to look with the brick. It'll get there again, I promise. Let's go look at the other one. This one, I believe, is a Bentley plum. Come on. Blue Dasman. I was very wrong. I don't know what I was thinking, Bentley. So this is the only one they had left of this one. It was all the same, the methyl plums, and I really wanted 2 different kinds. My husband loves plums, so we took a chance. We're gonna risk it. It did not have a very good roots already going, so I'm gonna keep a close eye on it. But when I tried to like bend it, it wasn't like immediately snapping. So we're gonna see. We'll see how it works out. And let's go forward a bit. Over here is failed lime trees. We're gonna put another fruit in. Oh, right here, actually, we're gonna put a Fiji apple. No, I'm sorry. A Granny Smith apple. And then over here, we're gonna do like a Honeycrisp because that's my favorite, my husband's favorite, and that one's my favorite. The other 2 are supposedly good for baking. And well, I think at least the Manny is. I'm not sure what Gail. She was like the only tree they had at Kroger like 5 years ago, and I was like, I want a damn tree, so I'm getting a damn tree. Let's see, let's keep going. We're almost there. So if we go here, here is my blueberry bush I have managed to keep alive. It is thriving, if I do say so myself, compared to how I've tried to kill everything else to the best of my ability. It's a Duke blueberry. Blueberries do great in Ohio. I'm going to put mulch in here and kind of like mulch up a bit and make it look prettier. Eventually I'm going to paint all these tubs and tires. I thought about having my nieces come and help. I thought that might be fun for them. But as you can see, it's already getting a little bit of flowers. That's where the blueberries come out of. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, so right there. It's actually doing pretty good, despite my black thumbs. And then we'll go right over here. This is my grapevine that is very resilient for some reason and has decided to try to stay alive. So let me zoom in on her. She's actually doing very good. I just put this trellis up, me and Ray did. So we're just now starting to train it to grow, and the idea is this will be here literally forever. And we just put a new tiny one over there, but I want it to grow up and over and the grapes to hang down, and I can get grapes because I just love grapes. I'm not going to make wine or anything like that. They're just regular green seedless grapes, and we're pretty excited about it. Obviously I know it's going to take forever, but that's life. You just wait for it. This is our forever home, so we decided this is where we would plant the long-term plants and ride it out. Now we're back over to my cucumbers, which they are probably gonna get transplant shock. So let me, I got to, since the sun's on its way down, looks nice. It's always pretty. It's on its way down. I'm going to take this tray back inside, put it in the greenhouse again, and let it do its thing. I just want to say thanks for hanging out with me in my little utopia I've carved, and hope to see you next time. I don't think my hose is working right. Still works. I can still water.